All right, y'all. So, my pen and my notebook. I and writing a budget now, I guess. All my expenses for the month. And yeah, the Dave Ramsey step plan. I'm, step one, I guess, is save 6 months worth of bills. So, that's what I'm gonna do. I try and do. So I have my cell phone bill, my um what else? Insurance, rent, what else? I forget. So yeah, step one is to save 6,000, $7,000, I guess. Um if anyone's in here, thanks for the like. Sub and please sub and like the stream if you know what I mean. That'd be cool. Where is everybody from? Thanks for the hearts. But yeah, um, it's kind of cool meeting different people around the world and stuff like that. So yeah, I know today was quite an expensive day for me. I've had to replace my struts, my brake pads, a rim on my car, and I know where I'm from is that the roads aren't the greatest, and then they try to basically fix them, but it's just the weather and stuff. So I don't know what time it is where everyone's from, but yeah, um I guess tell me how your day was. And yeah, we have 25 people in here, which is awesome. Please comment and stuff like that. Yeah. And yeah, I guess another thing is work hard and, do everything you can and stuff in life and, keep your head up no matter what you're going through, I guess. Is the comment section working? I don't know if YouTube's working or not, but yeah, that's kind of cool. I have 9 people in here. I don't think I've ever had that many people in here before. Um, but yeah, one of my goals is to, um, I guess, go to the gym and stuff. Um, even though, yeah, I drink this stuff, to go to the gym and stuff, which is good, a good pre-workout. So, um, I'm trying to gain some muscle and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, it's just talking to a friend, like how inflation is so high and stuff like that. It's just like, how much more can things keep going up, like gas and other things like that. Um, it's just a shame, really, when there's like something going wrong, something in the world, I guess. And then the average person has to pay the price, pay more money and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not real cool and stuff. Yeah. Hello, how you doing? How you doing, Elijah, Andrea, Mullen? How, how you doing? I'm sorry, I have bad eyesight. Hey, Zara, XMC, not Zara. How you doing? How's everyone doing? Comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, tell me about a little about yourselves. I'm I'm the lone wolf from the USA, so um well that's good, Zara. Um how's it going for you? It's all right, I guess, I guess survival mode and stuff like that and um just like food and gas and rent and your phone, your insurance, just like, okay, how do you balance everything out, And I've been listening to some Dave Ramsey um stuff on YouTube and stuff, But I'm like, that's good and stuff. He gives good advice, but I'm thinking to myself, well, um, I don't know if I can do it like Dave Ramsey. I might have to modify some stuff, I guess, because one thing I think is like the baby steps are good, save save your money and stuff like that, and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been like pretty good, I hope you're having a good, blessed day or morning or whatever time it is where you're from, Zara. But yeah, um, I keep telling myself, yeah, every time I go live, maybe I'll get to meet some cool people and meet different people around the world and, you know, uh, chill and have fun, and get to know people, like what they like to do for their hobbies and stuff. And they like sports or movies or whatever the case might be. Hey, Stony, how you doing, my friend? Hey, uh, well, I don't know. Uh, Tibor, sorry if I butchered your name, but hello. Thanks for coming in, Stony. How's your day going? Hello from Western Australia. Oh, hey, how you doing? I have a few friends from Australia on here. Amy and James. Um, the uh, you, Gary, you figured out the world prompts today or what? My brother, no. If I did, I'd be a rich man, my friend. Just eating chips in bed. Oh, okay. I love barbecue chips. What's your favorite chips, Tony? We did that yesterday. Oh, okay. Me too, big dog, yo, from Alaska. Okay, that's cool. What part of Alaska? I, you know, I like the show Ice Road Truckers and the what they what is it called? Where they fish for king crab and stuff, and they're driving the Yukon and stuff. So I've always thought, hey, how cool would it be just to be on one of those ships, and stuff like that. Um, Deadliest Catch, yeah. Yeah, I love that show, The Deadliest Catch. Um, yeah, so it was, a good show. Was it the guy who was the captain of the bandit? Sad story, how he died and, how his son got kind of messed up and, you know, but yeah, are they still doing that show or not? And then they had what was it, Alaska, um, family who lived in Alaska. I forget what the show was, but that was a pretty good show. Ice Road Truckers is a good one. Yeah, you know, um, you have to have nerves of steel to drive up those those hills and then the weather and across the is it the lake or ocean or something and yeah, if you go too fast, I guess, then your rig can go right through the ice and stuff. So, but it's good money, I guess. And I'm thinking, um, what if you could like, I guess, drive um and make work only part of the year, like 3, 4 months out of the year, and take the rest of the year off. But the difference, the catch would be is like you'd be risking your life. Now, would you do that? I'm like, well, you know, I probably would. But yeah, I never been to Alaska. Um, so when you have your chips, like do you like Fritos and chips and salsa and guacamole and stuff like that? But yeah, anyways, I guess my biggest question is like for the average person, how can the cars keep going up and real estate like houses and stuff keep going up in price and they keep on selling? Who has the money to buy all this stuff? I think I like the Lay's barbecue chips. Yeah, I like Lay's and Doritos, and yeah, they're all pretty good. But yeah, so yeah, how is do you hunt in Alaska? Because I loved, I mean, I'd love to go hunt elk or moose or even go fishing. I never really hunted, but I fished a little. Um, I know where I'm from in Michigan, they have salmon, and I'd love to try that for the first time. But yeah, I keep telling myself, step by step with YouTube. I say every time I go live, I'll keep getting better and better. And oh, you're from Texas, my bad. Okay. My um my aunt and uncle and my cousins are from Corpus Christi, Texas, and um it's a really nice town and city and stuff. I know I drove from Michigan all the way down to Texas, the border, I think, in like a day, just because they needed certain parts in a day. Because I used to do cargo van expedite, and yeah, I don't think I could do that anymore because now I have a bad back and neck, but um, I love the people down there, the Southern hospitality. um, Everybody was kind, and it's not like up here up north, where you say hi, people kind of look at you funny, and and yeah, so yeah, everybody is nice down there. Hey, Co Como Kane, we are your top two favorite PG 13. Well, what are your top two favorite PG-13 movies? PG-13. I don't know if it's PG-13. I like, I don't know. I haven't watched a movie in a long time, but I like, what is it? Is it, PG-13 movies? I've been getting into The Mandalorian. Is that PG? Star Wars, the older Star Wars, is that considered PG? Um, so I don't know. I used to like the Avengers, and then I kind of stopped watching that. Um, Stuff like that. I'm more into action and war movies. I loved Saving Private Ryan, and I like movies and shows that have actual meaning and like a real life story behind it. Um, what about you, Kane? But yeah, but yeah, Texas is nice. My two cousins who are in Texas, um, one of them, I don't know what he does, but he was in the Marines. He got out. He graduated from the Naval Academy. So did my other cousin. My other cousin, they're brothers though. He went to the Naval Academy too. He's gonna have a really good career. Uh, he flies fighter jets in the Navy, or he used to. He's in a program called, if you don't mind me asking, have you ever uh, uh, have you rode a dirt bike before? No. I'd love to ride a dirt bike, um, or a crotch rocket, or a motorcycle, or the only problem is I was never brought up to learn that stuff. Um, you know, my parents gave me a real good life, but we didn't have money to do that, is dirt bikes and stuff like that. And but I definitely love to learn how. I think the X Games are cool and stuff, like how they can do the Superman, and how can they how they jump the bar and they go so many feet in the air and stuff like that. So um and then how they can do flips and all the acrobatic things on a dirt bike. I think those are fun to watch. But um was it Travis, the famous legend Travis, who does the dirt bike? Man, his body took a beating and a pounding, and stuff like that. But uh uh what dirt bikes do you ride? For my daily life, I would probably have to say my CRF 110. Okay. Is that the biggest dirt bike, or um I'm not real familiar with like the I know there's Yamaha, is there Kawasaki, and I think those are the only two I know. I'm more of a pit bike. Oh, is that more like you mean pit bike? Does that mean like um the ones that race around the track or something or stuff like that? But yeah, no, with inflation and stuff like that. So how much would a bike cost, the one you have currently? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay. Um, do you race professionally? Close to 4 or 5 grand, probably. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of money, at least to me, and stuff. Um, but yeah, it'd be a blast to do. So when you're on, let's say, a dirt bike, um, so you have the shift, you have the clutch, you have the gas, and is there anything else on a bike? Oh, Sally, I would love to though. Oh, okay. But yeah, so if you could pick any dirt bike you wanted in the world, what bike would it be? Don't forget the brakes. Oh yeah, the brakes. Yeah. So when you shift it into gear, when you hear it go, "Eh," is that when you shift the gear? I think it would have to be my two-stroke. Okay. How much do those run around? And like how fast can those actually go? Pretty much when you're starting to go, you want to give it gas and slowly release the clutch. Oh, okay. So I know it's different in real life, but like would a simulation help on a bike to learn like the gears and the clutch and all that stuff? I was seeing on YouTube now they have automatic crotch rockets or bikes, which I thought was kind of cool, but I'd kind of like to learn a manual, a clutch too. Same with the car too. Get the experience. Um, I'd like to get an old school Ford Bronco, um, like the old OJ Broncos, none of the new Broncos. I don't like that style, you know. Um, I guess if you like that style, that's cool. But, I want the big old wheels and put a big old engine in it, soup it up and yeah. Now these days they don't make cars like they used to anymore. Um the the cars I believe they make so they break after so many miles. And I don't trust like the tech in them, like the GPS and the self-driving thing, just because yeah, how do you know the car, if it's self-driving like a Tesla, it won't like go the wrong way? So have you been to like Mexico and Cancun and stuff like that? In like the if you're by Texas. Yeah, you don't also have one of those weird freaking steering wheels. Yeah. On a Tesla? No. You know, I guess a Tesla, they're cool. Like the Cyber trucks, I think they used to be cool, but not my thing. I've heard too many horror stories about them. But I'm more into old school pickup trucks and Broncos and cars and stuff. Um, but yeah, did you hear? I think it was a few years ago in Chicago. The weather got so cold that Teslas wouldn't start. Hey T, how you doing, my friend? Because speaking of cars, you know that legendary car called the Toyota Supra? Oh yeah. Those are awesome cars. How you doing, T? I'm doing good. Couldn't really sleep tonight. But yeah, um, the MN4 was a legend. Yeah, Toyotas, Hondas, are awesome cars. Um, oh, you're welcome, T. T's a good friend. Uh, I've known her a long time. You know, um, we all met on the same channel. Um, I think. I don't know, but she's an awesome person. Awesome friend and stuff. Um, so did you work today, T? So yeah, Supra, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Maserati, um, all night, bro, is almost 11 o'clock for me now. I'm gonna head to bed. All right. Thanks for coming in, my friend. XMC, not Zara. Listen, well, get a good night rest, and have a good one, my friend. So yeah, T, a lot on my mind because I'm not sure. Probably Friday or Saturday night. Um, yeah, probably Friday or Saturday. I'll put it on my a post on YouTube when I'm gonna go live and stuff. I guess maybe so everybody will know, I guess. Yeah. So did you cook anything good today, T? So I had to have my both struts replaced, both front brake pads, the tire rim on my car. Um, so I've costed me $1,200 today just in car repairs. I mean, it ain't cheap. So, um, yeah. Well, I hope you had a good day at work, T. Um, you gonna be doing you gonna be having yourself a little smoke tonight, T. But yeah, so I guess that was kind of fun. Not really, but spend your money on on just unexpected things, you know. But yeah, so have you ever heard of Dave Ramsey, T? Because I guess step one on Dave Ramsey plan is to um save 6 months worth of bills. Okay, I'll have my notifications on. So give me a notification when you're live. All right, man. I'll do that, my friend. Um, Let me follow you, my friend. Oh, thanks, T. But yeah, so a lot of stuff on my mind, T. You know. Um. All right, thanks, my friend. Uh, Zara. It was nice meeting you, my friend. This is what I like about meeting everybody on here. You get to meet a lot of different people around the world and stuff. And see what they like to do. Like T, she likes to cook. That's I believe T that you're gonna, if you really wanted to in life, you could open your own restaurant, you know, and make a bunch of money. And I think you could do good, T. Oh, thanks, T. But I guess the struggle, food and just everyday expenses, gas and rent and phone and car repairs. And, I don't know how people can survive this much more longer, T, because if, let's say, I don't know about your country, but let's say the United States, things keep going up, up, and up, and up in price, how people can afford to live anymore, you know? And even healthcare, that's expensive too, I'm I'm blessed and fortunate enough that I work in a school system where, I get good health insurance and stuff, but the trade-off is that um I don't really get paid a lot, but it balances out, the health, the benefits, and the pay, So it's like pick your poison and stuff like that, I guess. So yeah, you know, if anyone's on here, um, um, follow T, subscribe to T because she's trying to get her watch hours. I know I don't have a lot of subs on here, but I'm sure probably one or two of them would help my friend out, because um, anyone who deserves to get monetized is my friend T on here. But yeah, hopefully it's not too cold where you're at, T. So, well, it's cool that there's four people in here. Um, and the 10 likes. Yeah, thanks for the likes, everybody. I think this is the most likes I've ever got. So, um, working my way, you know, and stuff. Um, so I guess, like what do you my question is, with food prices going up, um, what do you eat now? Is it just going to be rotisserie chickens from Costco and macaroni and cheese, pizza and hot dogs and spaghetti, I guess? And you eat all that crap and you're going to get, you're going to gain a bunch of weight and it's not going to be good for you. Um so I was just wondering like what a healthy benefit would be um, you know, to do, and stuff like that. Um, so I'm writing all my expenses down starting today. So it's 1,000. I was looking at the math, $40 just for car repair. So yeah, um, what can you do? I guess you can laugh or cry and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, I keep telling myself, maybe one day I'll move to Canada, you know, but I don't think people in Canada like people from the US, I guess. I guess some people do, some people don't. So, you know, but it just seemed like in the US, it's all chaos right now. So, yeah. So I got to meet a few people today from Australia, Texas. Um, I forget where else, but yeah, those are cool. So, and then I don't know. So, then I always like to hop in other people's lives too. I guess, go to Matt's and Mary's and stuff like that. And then see Grandma at 3. And then she was on there with JJ. And JJ was talking about um, how things were in Poland and what they eat. And I guess they have like a 3-day wedding um celebration, and and like how they eat a lot of potatoes and um meat and stuff, and they have um just um a lot of beer and stuff, which is cool. So it's always good to know what other people and cultures like to eat and drink and do. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. But yeah, first task of the day is get up, make your bed, be organized, neat, clean, and you finish one task of the day, making your bed. That's one thing off the checklist. And then you go down the list and then you check off a different thing. So, yeah. But yeah, what I'd like to do is, meet more people from Ireland, the UK, Scotland, um, and stuff like that. See what they like to do over there and stuff. And, you know, I guess maybe go see Paul or Sabrina, or, even go see Amy down under in Australia, and I guess maybe try and apply for a job in FIFO, fly in, fly out, um, in Australia, you know. I think that'd kind of be fun, and do that, because I heard you can make a bunch of money, like work 2 weeks, get 2 weeks off, or I forget, or something. But um, I guess travel the world and just see different cultures, try different foods, and you know, so that's one of my goals to do. You know, um, I know in Australia, a lolly is like a candy shop, I guess. Is it a candy shop or is it candy? Um, I kind of forget what it is, but um that's what so yeah. And yeah, so But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking of stuff, like, mm, I guess, I don't know what I'm thinking, but, you know, thinking of, I don't know. Hmm. You know, they say the average human lifespan is 76 to 78 years old. And if that is true, and you live to be 76 to 78 years old, and let's say in your 40s or older, that means basically your life is half over, basically. And by the time you retire at, let's say, 65, you get mm, maybe 10 years of retirement. I mean, how is that a fair trade-off, If you would invest the money yourself, have someone put it in a Roth IRA or a 401k, and you'd be a multimillionaire. So, I get, like the older people who retired and stuff, that they should get Social Security, have them grandfathered in, and have the younger people invest their own money. Hey Lala, how you doing, my friend? Oh, you see my hair? Yeah. But yeah, I really couldn't sleep tonight, so I decided to go live and stuff. So, you know, I guess I kind of like talking to myself and meeting new people and seeing friends like you, Lala, and T, and, stuff like that. So, you know, I keep telling myself, one day or someday, I'm going to try and help people. But, you know, the only thing is sometimes people take your kindness and then they take and take and take. So, you know, but hey, that's my fault because I need to set more boundaries you know, and I guess, do that. I know what happened to your hair. Like I thought, yeah, yeah, my hair, when you're Asian and you get really thick hair and stuff, so yeah, even though it might be short and stuff. it's just so thick, basically. So it's like your head needs to breathe and stuff, you know? So, do you still like your Bronco Lala? Because I'm really trying to debate, should I should I go to Planet Fitness right now and pump some iron, you know, get the blood flowing, get ripped, you know? And I've noticed this too, that, you know, which is kind of sad, you know. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this or not, but um when I was like yeah, when I was at my heaviest weight, I weighed 250 pounds. And I thought, because I I weighed so much, all the girls thought, you know, I was ugly. And I can't blame them, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I work out, lose a little weight, maybe girls will like me. And then, I lost all this weight, got too skinny, and then um people some people think I'm anorexic, I guess. So um I guess I can't win for losing, So I guess what can you do? But yeah, I don't know. That so I guess you know what I could do. Sorry, I'm cooking. So hard to type in chat. Oh, no worries, Lala. Hope you're cooking something good, you know. And, someday, if I ever make it where you're at, I'm not gonna say where you're at, but um I'd love to go I'd love to go meet you and Matt and Tawny and hang out, go to the hot springs. If you guys would ever want to go to the hot springs and stuff, Um, I have a friend in Aurora. I'm butchering that name, Aurora, I guess. And so that'd be kind of fun. And um, what else? You know, um, I guess, just explore Denver, I guess. I'm not much of a city type person, but kind of be fun going to the pub, a few pubs, get I guess steak and prime rib with you guys and stuff. But I mean, I like to go camping, and I like to go see I mean, I don't like to be crowded like a bunch of sardines and stuff, So I don't know, what do you like? Do you like the city, or do you like more the country type thing? But yeah, so I don't know anymore, you know. I've kind of run out of answers with like the money I do save, it goes towards bills. So I'm like, damn, I'm more of an outdoor camping kind of person, but the city is fine. Yeah, okay. I was just wondering, like, yeah, what you like to do the best, you know. Um, so would you rather, if you had the option, would you rather go to the store, get a bunch of food, cook it over a campfire, or go to a fancy restaurant? Yeah, I go camping, fishing, hiking, four wheeling, hang out at the reserves during the summer, go to the mountains to visit my brother and dad a lot. Camping for sure. Oh, okay. You know, I'm more of a planner. I don't know about you, but I like things to do in advance and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do Monday. And then, Monday through Friday and have each day scheduled basically. Are you one of those type of people or do you just go with the flow basically? You know, Lala, here's a question. Would you be interested in doing a little game show on this channel? It'd be called, you remember the show called Deal or No Deal? It's pretty good with the flow, I'd say. Oh, okay. So you remember the show Deal or No Deal? Well, if you're interested, I want to do something really special for some people on here. You know, try and thank them as an appreciation and stuff, you know. Um, so it'd basically be like deal or no deal. And if you wanted to dual stream, you wouldn't have to, but um I'd be the person that's, we'd have somebody, let's say, uh, Mary on here, you know, and she'd be the contestant, and let's say the main prize was a $25 Amazon gift card or $25 Cash App or Venmo or something. And then you'd go through all the cases and then it'd have like a penny all the way up to $25. And then they pick, and then um, you'd be like the person opening the cases, and then uh, you'd be like the bank dealer saying, okay, I'll give you, if they're down to like, they had a $25 briefcase, and let's say they didn't know that, and they were um, and then you'd offer them the least amount possible, and then they'd say deal or no deal. Like, what do you think of that as a live someday? But it'd just be for um subs only, basically. Okay, yeah. Would you be interested in doing that with me? I mean, you don't have to, but I think before I do that, I'm gonna try and reach 25,000 subscribers um before I do that. What do you think? You think that's possible if I reach 25,000 subscribers? I might eventually. The reason you see me in the chats more often than video, I do realize I have some complication situations in my life where I have to be careful about. I put it out there. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, you want to have. Yeah, I could see. Um, so so for now, I'm just giving it time. That's why I haven't been posting much on YouTube. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Lala. But yeah, okay. No, 25,000, like 25K subscribers and members. What do you think? Or could you do it this way? Well, yeah, I respect your privacy, Lala. So, um, but yeah, do you think that would be a good um live deal or no deal? I think it's definitely attainable. Just got to put in the work. Yeah, true. No, it's just joking. 25,000 members and subscribers. Yeah. Um, I don't know anyone on here that has that many, but the main reason I got on here is just to help people, so just do that and stuff. No, I think I'm just gonna do the deal or no deal, just with subscribers, some ones I already have and stuff. And I guess do a little raffle, I guess, and see who the contestant would be. But yeah, well, if you ever need anything, my friend, don't be afraid to reach out. And yeah, I'll always help you out, my friend, and stuff like that. So yeah, um, I really do hope Viper finds what he's looking for in life. If it's more peace or whatever he's trying to find and search for. I hope the best for him. I know that would be super fun, and I think people would like like it. Think I don't know. My stupid phone always puts that symbol for think. Thank you. You are always kind. I hope he does too. Yeah, I can kind of see his frustration because he said he lost his job and whatever, and stuff like that, And I get, yeah, maybe maybe he needs to take a little break from social media and it just sucks losing your job. I've been there a few times, and yeah, it's not fun. I mean, you don't want to talk to anyone and stuff, and sometimes I guess it's the best to just, you know, take time for yourself. So, and yeah, I hope people are doing good on here. Um, I wonder if Sloth Man is doing good. I haven't seen him on or heard from him in a while. I mean, I can't message him or nothing, but um, if I could, I would. And yeah, but yeah, but it just seems like, yeah, everybody's going through something or another. I know. I hope he's okay as well. I haven't heard anything either. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he needs a break from social media. Who knows? But I hope you're doing well, Lala. I hope your job's going good. The people you work with, I hope they're doing good. And, you know, but yeah, I guess I should probably get going, I guess. I guess see if Matt's on, I guess. Um, maybe hit the gym tonight. I don't know, cause I really want to get super buff, super ripped, look like the Hulk, I guess, and be all jacked up, and I figure, hey, if I'm a big muscular dude, maybe 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 I'll get a girlfriend that way. Thank you. Yes, everything is good here. Just working too much is always but love my job. So it's okay. Well, don't overwork yourself, Lala. And remember that, you know, um, yeah, do what's best for you. You have to hop off real quick to eat, but I'll be back on a little later. I'll see you at Mass probably. Well, thanks for stopping in, Lala, and much blessings and love and hugs and to you. And yeah, oh, by the way, what are you eating? I don't think you need to get buff to get a girlfriend, but it is good to take care of your health. I've been trying to eat better and get back to the gym also. Okay. Do you wanna be each other's workout buddies, la? I mean, we can't do it, but just accountability workout partner or whatever. You always good to catch you live. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Lala. But yeah, let's but yeah, yeah, thanks for stopping in, my friend. And yeah, I'll catch you in Matt's later. And yeah, have a good one, my friend.